Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Welcome back, everyone. Great to be here with you today. Excited because I get to share with you one of my favorite shows of the week, and that is the Friday Review. Thank you so much, by the way, for writing in. Many of you saying that you enjoy the Friday Reviews, you enjoy the kind of back and forth between what's going on, the research, the book reviews I'll be sharing with you this week, the product reviews I'm sharing with you. And my goal is it's just a fun show. I love being able to, more like a talk show for 20 minutes, be able to share with you a bunch of different topics, just 2 to 3 minutes each. So if one doesn't interest you, that's okay. We'll be back in just 2 or 3 more minutes with a brand new topic. But really what the Friday Review is my ability to try out a lot of new products for you. Some companies send them to me, some I just purchase. I read books every single week, and I just try to pick one book that I believe will be maybe of interest to you, or of course, someone that you know. Not everything is always going to be something that you might enjoy using or that you would love. But again, there are many people in our life that it could be that right book for. Husband, wife, partner, children, parents, friends at work, you name it. So we'll go over that today. What I always like to do is just start the show with a little update as to what we have going on. For me, and you might see my blue tongue. If you see that, there's a reason behind that blue tongue. And I'm going to share with you during our product review of the week. All right, so just kind of letting just talking about the blue elephant in the room right now. So if you see that, there is a reason for that. All right, but here's the fun thing. I love being able to do it. Just a quick update with you. But honestly, I just want to share with you this, is that, I mean, this has been a tough 18 months now. Yeah, about 18 months. And it's because of all the turmoil, of course, in the world. But even more so than that, I could deal with turmoil. We've had turmoil before, most of us in our lives. But it's the separation between different beliefs and not being able to say that we have different beliefs and yet we can still be kind to one another. We can still respect one another. We can still love one another. And, you know, that's what I think is troubling me the most. It really is. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I don't have an answer. Maybe you do have an answer. You know, my belief now for more than a decade is just trying to be like, do right by others. Understand that you're different. I'm different than other people. Other people are different than me. Because of that, we just see the world in different ways. And it doesn't mean necessarily that one way is better than another. And so I've just learned to, you know, I appreciate people showing me respect, and I try to always respect everyone out there, because at the end of the day, there's another famous quote that I heard that I love. Is just like, everyone is dealing with their own issues in their own way, and we know nothing about it, right? So you see someone having a really bad day, yelling at another person or whatever it might be, like, listen, like, they shouldn't be doing that, but you have no idea what they just went through over the last day or week or whatever it might be. Maybe a family member is sick, or maybe they lost their job, or maybe whatever, right? It's like anything could be going on. We have to sometimes understand that we all have bad days, and also that we're humans. We're not always going to agree on the same thing. We have to learn just to simply really be kind to one another. That's really what it's about. My wife and I try to teach our daughters that literally all the time. It's like, listen, other kids, they might have different beliefs and views than you. That's okay. You know, nothing wrong with their beliefs and nothing wrong with yours. Be kind, right? That's the first thing. So that's really, I don't have a lot of updates, except that I do want to share this with you. I'll probably be sending out an email. If you're not already a part of my Sunday Rewind email, it's free. You know, you're welcome to. I send one email a week. It's on Sundays. I will be sending out my winter stay healthy protocol. And I'm not sure that will not be, not sure. It definitely will not be on a podcast, just because of different viewpoints. And I will send that out in an email. That's basically it. The email is completely free. Let me just make sure my team has set this up. It should be at stephencabral.com/newsletter. Keep it really simple. And that newsletter has been around since 2004, believe it or not. So that's how long I've been writing. Well, it's not at stephencabral.com/newsletter, but it will be by the time that this podcast airs. But even still, you can just go anywhere in stephencabral.com, enter your name, wherever you find a sign-up box. Oh, it's actually at the very bottom of every page. I take it back. You can use newsletter, but honestly, at the bottom of every single page is a little footer that says join the community and stay up to date. That's my Sunday Rewind email. I would love to be able to send you what I'm doing this winter. And I just made up 4 different bags, basically. I call it the in emergency break glass. And so if you ever get sick this winter, this is what I'm doing. I actually simplified it. I gave you it back on, a year ago. And now I'm just simplifying it into a few products so that it's less expensive for everybody. And that's of course, always my goal is to get you the products you need at a price that's quite reasonable. So that's what I do. That's always been my MO as to what I've tried to do. But that's it. Besides taking good nutritional supplements, eat well as you can. Walk your 10,000 steps per day, ideally outside, breathing in fresh air, getting sunlight if you're able to. If you've already worked up to your 10,000 steps, now work in some resistance training. Eat 7 to 9 cups of brightly colored fruits and vegetables every single day. Play, laugh, and love one another. That's my best medicine. That's the best advice I can give you. All right. So, and the last part is this. Listen, we all have different viewpoints in the government. We have all different viewpoints on politics, except for me. I literally just don't care. But of course, I do have my viewpoints in the government. And it's just because simply they're made up of people, right? The government is made up of people. We kind of elect them and we think that they're somehow a higher power than this. They're not, right? They're regular people. And what I just always want you to remember is look out for your neighbors. Look out for your family. Look out for those in your church, congregation, your spiritual practice, your community, your coworkers. Really, we have to help each other out. That's honestly what it's about. It's helping each other. Do not rely on other people. They may be there. They may not, but take care of your little community. And if each community takes care of theirs, then fantastic. I think we're all going to be doing pretty well. So, and of course, let me know how I can help. You know that you can reach me in at least a half a dozen different ways. DM me on Instagram. Go to stephencabral.com/text. Email us at support@stephencabral.com. If it's an EquaLife formula or lab, email us at support@equa.life. If it's Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, email us at support@integrativehealthpractitioner.org. You can reach us Monday through Friday for about 12 hours during the day. And so again, we're happy to help. All right. What is going on this week over at EquaLife? That's a great question. Well, again, I said this in the intro, and I want to take this to heart. The Big 5 is the absolute best set of labs that you can do. No doubt about it. Big 5, best set of labs that you can do. However, what I want to share with you is that not everybody can afford the price of the Big 5. And I get it, and I understand that. Remember, back in the day when I was first getting started in this, we weren't running the Big 5, but believe it or not, they were offered back then. So what we did was the minerals and metals test that I still run today, and we did a hormones test. That was a great place to start. What I recommend though, now that I have 20 more years of knowledge, almost 25 more years of knowledge, I recommend starting with a starter kit if you're not able to do the Big 5. And the starter kit is essentially all your vitamins, all your minerals. It's how your gut's functioning. It's how your mitochondria are functioning, detox capacity, your methylation. It gives you even ketone bodies, or ketone metabolites, I should say, neurotransmitter metabolites, and you're running your heavy metals, plus all your mineral levels, plus your stress electrolytes. It's absolutely phenomenal. And right now you're getting that at half price. Essentially, you're purchasing the Candida metabolic and vitamins test, and we're giving you a $299 lab test free. Now, this, of course, is up to 500 labs while supplies last, going on all this week. And you can find that at stephencabral.com/labs or direct to the page, stephencabral.com/starter-kit. stephencabral.com/starter-kit. kit for a $299 off free lab while supplies last, going on this week. All right, quick recap of the podcast. Monday's show. Hopefully you didn't miss it. How to wake up earlier and get more accomplished. Yeah, honestly, the one superpower everybody has. I know there's a lot of different excuses. I've used them myself. At least listen to the episode before saying no. Okay, that's all that I ask of you. That's episode 2047. Episode 2048 was 5 immune system suppressants. That was more of a rant than anything else. If you want to listen to a rant about how I feel about why I don't actually believe that, I believe that we could be helping people to such a greater degree, and we're not. We refuse to talk about the topic of health. We only talk about the topic of sickness. We only talk about sickness when it comes to our media, on both sides, by the way. I'm not, again, first of all, I don't watch TV, so please don't blame me for any particular channel that you love or don't love. But we can help people to a greater degree. And when I see all these comorbidities, I see all these people at risk, I'm saying, let's help them. Let's help them. That's what we want to do. Help them get healthy. So that was just an enormous rant. I kind of was like, should I publish this? Should I not publish this? But honestly, it's how I feel. And I try not to make it too controversial. I'm sure that it will be. But at the same time, if you understand where I'm coming from, a place of wanting to help, then hopefully, everyone will be okay with it. On Wednesday's show, 2049, we did how to eliminate lower belly bulge. That was a big request by listeners, so we did a show on that. And then yesterday was 3 ways to lower blood sugar without eating less. That was a fun show, so definitely check that out because that's important. That was episode 2050. You can find all podcasts at stephencabral.com/podcasts. All right, today's product review of the week that hopefully will explain why I have a blue tongue. One more time. Again, if you don't want to see me stick my tongue out at you, don't watch this on video. If you want to watch things like this, I definitely recommend it. Head on over to YouTube and you can just subscribe. It's just my name, Stephen Cabral. Hit the notification. Every day we put out a new video and a couple fun whiteboard videos along the way as well. So bright blue tongue that will last the whole day. So if you don't want a blue tongue for the entire day, then you can't even brush it off. Mine is not brushed off. Then you won't want to do this before, let's say, a business meeting, unless you want it to be the topic of a fun conversation. So I've been getting, again, this is by listener request. A lot of questions from our IHPs and others about this product called Methylene Blue. Methylene Blue, the actual name for this naturally occurring product is called methylthioneum chloride. Now, was that the proper pronunciation? Almost. It doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Methylthioneum, there we go, chloride. That is the proper pronunciation right there. And believe it or not, it's been used for, almost 100 years, not quite. No, actually it has. So it was originally used as a natural stain or dye, like a spirulina or a turmeric, right? Or a beet juice. All of these things can be used as natural dyes. And it was used even before that to treat malaria. I don't know about in the US, but definitely overseas for malaria because it is an antimicrobial, it's an antifungal, and it's also one of the reasons why it's mainly used to this day inside of fish tanks. If you wonder why, hey, what if fish tanks have blue water? Well, it is because of methylene blue. So you might be saying to yourself, why would I ever put methylene blue into my body when it's used to clean fish tanks? Well, understand that it's simply an antifungal and it's an potentially anti-parasitic, which is why it helps with parasites as well. But lately, it's been studied to a greater degree, and there's some PubMed studies that I'm going to link up today at stephencabral.com/2051. That's today's show. Methylene Blue has been shown to potentially, I have to say potentially, help with Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's and cognitive ability, cognitive function, helping with memory, neural synapses in the brain. So it does that by actually improving electron transport, improving ATP, which is energy in the body and energy in the cells and brain, and it is an electron carrier. So basically what it does is it helps with free radicals as an antioxidant, which our whole body needs. So there's a lot of potential benefit to it. It can help with energy. It can help with your brain. It can help with clarity. And a lot of people are asking about it and they're thinking about trying it. Now, I will say, too much of it takes a bit, takes a lot, but too much of it could cause oxidative stress and neurological issues, etc. So, of course, I'm not recommending that. People on certain medication, like MAO inhibitors, probably should not use this product. Again, you need to speak to your doctor if you're using any medications. Well, the leading company right now for methylene blue is called Troscriptions, and it is this product right here called Tro Just Blue. And again, if you're not watching on video, I will not be able to link this up, of course, because it's a podcast and I'm talking about health and we're not allowed to link up nutritional supplements. So what can I do in order to get you this? It's a great question. Why don't I do this? Go to stevencabral.com/Tro, T-R-O, stevencabral.com/Tro, and I will forward you over to the company's website. Now, you can just look them up as well. This product, though, called Just Blue, is just methylene blue, and it comes in, what do they call them? Troches? I don't even know how you pronounce that. But basically, it's in 4 quadrants, and you can break it in half and just start with half, which is what I did, or you can even start with a quarter. So what I did is I had a bunch of people up on the weekend, and we all had blue tongues. It was actually really hilarious. It was fun. And what did I feel? Well, I actually did feel a little... I wouldn't say like euphoria, but you definitely feel like a little bit more of your, not a head high. That's probably the wrong thing to say, but a little lighter. Yeah, I felt a little lighter. That's probably the best way to describe it. Okay. So that is that. Again, there is some good research behind it. I'll link that up. And then they have another product called Tro Blue Canatine. Show you that. It looks just like the other packaging, but this one contains caffeine, 50 milligrams, which is about a quarter cup of coffee. It's about a quarter of a cup of coffee, about a third a cup if you're at Dunkin' Donuts, and not even a quarter cup if you're at a Starbucks, right? Small Starbucks is 272 milligrams. Small Dunkin' Donuts is 140. So it's a small amount of caffeine, but it's 50 milligrams. It contains hemp extract, so some CBD, 5 milligrams, not a bad dosage, but a smaller dosage, but it's something. It contains methylene blue, and it contains a pharmaceutical grade nicotine. Now you might say, why would anyone use nicotine? Well, you're not smoking nicotine, which is good because I don't believe in putting smoke in the lungs. And what nicotine does is it's a stimulant. So you have caffeine, which is a stimulant. Okay. You have the nicotine, which is a bit of a stimulant, and it enhances performance. And in this case, it enhances cognitive performance. So if you're someone that likes, this is more of a biohacking thing, you'd like to just say, okay, I'm going to do 3 hours of focused work right now. That's how people are using this product. I'm not a big nicotine user, just to be honest with you. I do use some caffeine in my own life. I'm not against this product whatsoever. I think it is actually best in class. I actually don't think that there's a better methylene blue-based product. And so you can use the Just Blue if you just want the methylene blue. And then if you want more of that enhanced cognitive focus, then you can use the Tro Blue and the Canatine. I will link these up and they'll both be at the same page. I'll just go stevencabral.com/Tro. I can definitely recommend these products. Daily use, I'm not sure about that. I personally wouldn't use them for daily use. It doesn't mean that you can't, but for me, this is a every once in a while product and it does what it says it's going to do. So I can definitely give it a good review there. All right. That will be at stevencabral.com/Tro and I'll send you right over to their website. And of course, if they have any discount codes, well, I will always pass that along as I typically do. All right, book review of the week. I just heard Mr. Tim Grover speak. Tim Grover, I feel like I share a lot in common with anybody that comes from the fitness and health-based industry. Tim has been in this industry for about 30 years, and he was Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and many other great athletes, athletic trainer, a personal trainer, and he helped them get in great shape. So like Michael Jordan, when he had difficulty beating the Pistons and other teams, he helped Michael get a lot stronger, put on more muscle mass, and come back really with a vengeance in order to be able to win all of those championships. So Michael Jordan's quote was actually, Tim Grover was by my side for 15 years and knows more than anyone about building winners. This book is essential for those who want to be the best at whatever they do and are willing to pay the price to get there. So Tim actually wrote a book previous to this called Relentless, I believe. That's a book I believe he wrote. I know I read that. This is a short book, and this is only about 200 pages, easy to read through, and it is about developing the mindset of a winner and what a winner's mindset looks like. So when you look at people at the top of their game, then you're saying, okay, what does this person act like? What do they do? And it actually shows you that for a period of time that a lot of winners are actually pretty unbalanced in one part of their life in order to go all in for that. And I'm not against that. So let's say that you would revolutionize your life if you got healthier. You would revolutionize your life, of course, in a good way, if you lost 100 pounds. If you built your career up to a certain financial amount where you could take care of your family then for the rest of your life. Like, could you go all in for 1 year? Now, not losing everything else in your life, of course, but could you go all in for a certain period of time? I got the pleasure of listening to Oscar De La Hoya speak. And for 1 year, he moved into basically, not the mountains, but he moved away and set up a training camp. And he trained for a full year in order to, and here's the reason why. He wanted to become a 5-time world champion in 5 different weight classes. Do you know how difficult that is? That's unbelievable. And I think he was the first one to do it. And he did that. And for 1 year, that's what he did. He ate, slept, and drank, I guess, boxing, right? That's what he did. And he did it. He accomplished it. Now, was he balanced in other areas? No. But it set him up for the rest of his life. So it's an interesting perspective. Is it for everyone? Of course, it is absolutely not. This is very strong in one direction. But again, you don't have to believe everything you read. You can just say, okay, I want to take this parts from it, and I can maybe use that in my life. So great book. He's a great guy, really a great guy to be able to hang out with and meet. And so it's Winning by Tim Grover, and I can link that up. So that will be at stephencabral.com/2051. 2 research for the week, 2 research items. The first one is, this is an interesting one. So my youngest daughter got poison ivy. No one in my family's got poison ivy for a long time, but my daughter, she's 7 years old, got poison ivy. So there's a product that I used because poison ivy can be quite vicious, meaning like it can spread over your whole body, especially for kids. They rub it, can go all over their body. And if it hits your face, it's just bad news. So I use a product. I'm going to link it up. I don't have that product off the top of my head. That's not what today's research is about, but I'll link that up here today as well. But there is actual good research, but science can't figure out why it works. So I should say there's lots of great anecdotal research, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people using this, but science doesn't know yet why it works. Let me just share it with you though. If you've been exposed to poison ivy, you want to wash the area first. Soap and water. Wash the area, soap and water, and ideally with a washcloth, because you want to rub off the oil. A big part of poison ivy, the issue is the oil. So the oil stays on you and doesn't wash off with water. So that's why you need to get a resin, something that takes off the oil so it doesn't spread. And then it can start to dry out. So you want to wash soap and water, and that removes the urushiol resin that causes the uncomfortable blisters and itching. Okay? So what you can do though is actually once it's clean, you can use a banana peel, and you can use the inside of the banana peel, the white part, to rub on top of the poison ivy rash. The riper the banana, the better. So science still doesn't know why this works, but there's obviously some type of enzyme or something inside of that banana peel that seems to help with drying up and getting rid of the poison ivy. Give it a shot, and I'm also going to share with you an over-the-counter product that works within a day of getting rid of poison ivy. Now, is it gone in a day? No, but it starts to dry it up immediately so it can't spread. All right? I'm going to link that up for today. The second research is this: 4 seconds of exercise. That caught my attention. 4 seconds of exercise, that seems like too small of an amount. But let me just share with you this, and then let's go with it. So small bouts of exercise, just as little as 4 seconds, can actually share great results, or can end up with great results. So for people that sit the majority of the day at a desk or at home, if they get up 5 times for the hour and just do 4 seconds of high intensity work, it's only 4 seconds, it improved their overall fat metabolism, and it lowered their triglycerides. So if you have issues with cholesterol, if you have issues with triglycerides or fat metabolism, you might want to check it out. This was done at the University of Texas at Austin, and it was published in Medicine and Sports and Exercise Journal. So I'm going to link that up for you here today. How can I use it? Honestly, if you're at your work, you're probably not going to have a bike, right, to do high intensity interval sprints for 4 seconds. But what you can do is you can do a burpee, and you can do it really fast. So hands up, hands down to the floor, kick your feet back, jump up. I bet you could do 4 of those in 4 seconds. 4 burpees. If you don't know what a burpee is, we'll link up to a video here today as well. So I'm just going to type in burpee video for my team, and you can do that 4 seconds, 5 times. So what is that, over an hour? Well, just set your timer for once every 12 minutes, and or even 10 minutes if you wanted to. Get an extra one, and you can just do 4 burpees. You won't sweat, anything going on. It'll actually probably give you a nice little boost in energy. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you try it, let me know how it goes. That is it for today's show. Thank you so much. We really did cover a lot today. So hopefully you enjoyed the show. I appreciate you. I'll be back this weekend with another Cabral house call, answering all of our community's questions. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much for just tuning into the show. And before you go, I want to let you know about my all-time favorite offer going on right now over at Equalife. We ran this about a year ago, and we're doing it again this year. It will be the last time this year. And if you missed out on the Big 5 promotion going on about a month ago, you are not going to want to miss this. This is a fraction of the price, and it allows you to get 2 of our top at-home lab tests that's going to give you all of your vitamin levels, all your mineral levels, your heavy metals, your electrolytes, your stress, your mitochondrial levels. It looks at keto-based markers. It looks at gut function such as bacteria, candida overgrowth, and even mold markers. Plus, you're going to look at your overall digestion, methylation markers, and so much more. It is the perfect test that combines the candida, metabolic, and vitamins test with the minerals and metals test. But it's essentially half off. You save $300 this week while supplies last. Don't miss this. It's an amazing deal. It's my favorite way for people to get started if they're not able to do the Big 5. Head on over to stephencabral.com/starter-kit. That's stephencabral.com/starter-kit to save $299 right now and get free shipping. Let me know if there's any questions. Happy to help. Have an amazing day.